Hey, so in this video I want to talk about man's greatest fear, which apparently is going bald. They did a study and they found that 94% of men rated going bald as one of their greatest fears. Well, that's kind of understandable. As a man, you're going bald and you feel like, geez, I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger, I'm looking less attractive, women are going to notice, it's going to kind of spell the end of my love life. And you're going to start to panic and you're going to start to worry that this is going to kill a woman's attraction for you. However, the results don't show that, and this is what's really interesting about this. So they did a study at the University of Pennsylvania and they found that men who were bald or men who had shaved heads were actually rated more assertive, more attractive, and more masculine than men with hair. So I'm thinking right now I probably should shave my head, although I don't really have the head for it because my head's kind of small. So I'm going to try to keep my hair as long as possible. The Pennsylvania study also discovered that men with bald heads or shaved heads were rated much higher on leadership potential and assertiveness. Look, if you're going bald, you have a couple of options and a couple of different ways of dealing with things. The first option is to shave your head. That's number one. Number two is to take some medication. You can take Propecia, which will actually stop baldness because it actually shuts down the production of dihydrotestosterone in your body. And that sex hormone is essentially responsible for your hair loss because it reacts with the hair follicles in your head and it kills the production of the hair. So if you take Propecia, you're going to block testosterone, which is actually preventing you from growing your hair. But you don't want to do that because if you do that, you're going to have some bad side effects. Now, I don't have hair loss yet, but I've spoken to a lot of guys who do. And they've all told me the same story. They take medication, they start to feel weak, they start to feel tired, they start to have numbness in the testicles, they can't get an erection anymore, that's a problem. They start to feel like their body's weak and it can't put on any muscle, which is another big problem. And they start to get more of a kind of a fatty layer around their body and their skin because, of course, testosterone helps to burn that off. So you have to be really careful about what kind of medication you take. If you take medication, don't be surprised if you see some serious side effects. I've spoken to a lot of guys and they all experience something, so be careful. Your third option, of course, is to have a hair transplant. You don't want to do this if you're too young. If you're under 30, it's a big mistake because you could start to lose more hair and then you're going to have another transplant and it's just going to spiral out of control. So if you're losing your hair, pretty much the best option is to shave your head. You know, I got so many emails from guys who complained about this and they said, when I started to lose my hair, I lost my attractiveness. Women didn't find me attractive. My wife didn't want to sleep with me anymore. My girlfriend pulled away and she lost attraction for me because I started to look older. I didn't look as sexy. That's not the problem. The problem is how you deal with it. If you let it grow long and you've got a big bald spot in the middle, it's going to look terrible, right? It's that simple. You got to shave it off. Or you got to do something about it, which makes it, kind of brings it under control. So keep that in mind. You know, you don't want to let your hair grow long. If you're starting to go bald, shave it off. You're going to look better. The research shows that you're going to look more attractive to women and they're going to find you more sexy. So what's there to lose? You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So that's something to think about. If you like this tip, then I highly recommend you pick up a copy of my book, Atomic Attraction. This book is based on over 120 scientific studies. It's also got 40 real-life case studies and it will show you exactly what you need to do to build and create real intense attraction with women. It'll also show you how to avoid those major attraction killers. So if you're looking for a short-term relationship or you want a long-term relationship or even a one-night stand, then this book has got everything you need to build attraction and sustain it. You can pick up your copy today at Amazon or go to my website. Talk soon.